All right, we should be live now. What's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Scooter, sorry, I gotta break the streak. Could not find the headphones in time. Where's the live chat? Why is that so big? There we go. But yeah, I could not find 3 pairs of headphones. I have 1 pair of headphone right here. And I know I have more, but they're scattered around the house. And I could not get them in time. So I have failed. But what's up, everyone? Craig Lilly was first today. What's up, Jacob? 648, Staying 2007, Scooter, KL130. Yeah, some of y'all's names, I feel like you guys have been here every single week. Like, some of these names, you guys have not missed a single stream, which I am super thankful for. I appreciate it. We got Donut Farmer. What's up, Kevin? Shoot. Let's see. We got Brian Switzer, aka Brian Nitro. Jameson, Justin Alexander. What's up? What's up? Tommy TX. Can someone help understand why I can't join the Jawa Discord? Assuming you haven't been banned for doing something bad, doesn't the Jawa Discord require you to be verified, like with a phone number potentially? I forget. It's been a while since I first joined the Jawa Discord, and they may have changed since then. But yeah, I'm actually not sure. If anything, maybe reach out to Death Tech or Zach or someone directly via their Twitter or email. How's your super secret build? What super secret build? What's up, John? What did you say up here, John? How much artifact? I don't think there should be any artifacting, actually. I didn't test it extensively because, yeah, because I need the stream audience here to help. But, I mean, so far, I think, like, here's me going in between the scenes. Usually, there might be some blur or a little bit of artifacting or kind of like pixelation when you go between the scenes. I think this is actually a little bit smoother looking, but maybe you guys can confirm or not compared to when we were on the AMD encoder. And hey, what's up, Chris? Oh, this is horrible. Did you change your GPU? I did change the GPU if you guys didn't see, which is actually this, for the people who are not joking. So I did change. I am going Intel ARC full time. I just released the video a couple of days ago. But we'll talk about this in a little bit because there was a huge oopsie, and I figured out the problem, and I'll explain it in a little bit, why the video had so much artifacting. Actually, I don't know why it had artifacting, but I pinpointed what the problem was, and it was not the Intel ARC card. Thankfully, because that would have been such a bad look to switch and already have problems. What will it take you to give up? No, if the stream crashed, I wouldn't give up. So Intel has been releasing driver updates. Let's see. They've done, I feel like, 2 to 3 a month, if not sometimes even more frequently than that, since the ARC cards came out. So I would actually stick it out for at least a month, but if it was like a month of straight crashing or problems every single day, I would probably switch back. But, I mean, so far, no problems that I can identify yet. So we are in AV1 right now, Chris. So with regards to AV1 settings, I kept it about the same as what I usually did. Let me see if I can show this window. Let me go to the browser real quick. I'll show you my settings for it. So let me go to. Can I do window capture? Or maybe I can do display capture. This one right here, no. This one right here. Okay, so this is what my OBS settings looks like. So yeah, so I am using, as you can see right here, I can't even see it right now because it's covering the screen. So QuickSync AV1, that's the AV1 encoder for the ARC card. Controlled bitrate 8000, which is what, was I running 8 or 12 with the AMD card? Either way, 8 should be at least the same, if not higher quality than with the other encoder. And these settings, I just do what people online tell me to do. But yeah, so we are indeed on the hardware accelerated AV1 encoder on the ARC card. How late are you? You're only like 5 minutes late. We just started the stream. So, did you crash yet? Is AV1 normal? What would you use for AMD? For AMD, I used the AMD, what was it? I have to look it up. Because I just set it and forget it. Let's see. OBS AMD hardware encoder. I forgot what the exact name of it was. Where is it in the settings? Oh yeah, hardware, except I was using H.265 when I was doing the AMD. Hello Zia, hello Maxwell and Cam, and maybe Andy if you're watching at home too. Nobe is paid by Intel. Dude wearing blue. Dude, I'm wearing blue, but there's not an Intel graphics card. Do I need to refresh this design to put a third mecha on it with the Intel card? I think it would have to be a whole new design with different poses. I can't just like put one in the back here. But yes, I am paid by Intel because I am wearing blue, even though this has 0 signs of Intel on it. But yeah. So in terms of the stream quality, can you guys even really tell the difference for the people out there who are actually watching on their like desktops, not like on a phone or something? For the people who are watching on their high quality monitors, watching at 1080 60, like, is there a difference? I would think not really. If anything, the benefits of AV1 are going to come from me uploading less data to the ether and then you guys requiring less data to get the same stream quality. So it helps out people in countries with data caps and things like that. But in terms of the actual quality itself, I'm not sure. Cleaner looking skin tone. Uh-oh. Oh no. I just saw a quick pause right there. Did it just freeze for a second, or is that just on my OBS side? Let me turn up the brightness on this real quick. Watching on your 4K TV and it looks the same, I would imagine that being the case. But, oh, it did freeze? It was fine for you, so some people saw it froze. That there are random stutters. Interesting. So on my end, OBS says 0 drop frames. What else? Yeah, 0 drop frames. So OBS is lying or something else is going on with people's internet. My peasant eyes can't tell the difference. Yeah. Yeah, but when I feel like this one doing this. Sorry if I'm giving you guys like a seizure, switching back and forth. I'm going to have to watch that back afterwards. It looks cleaner. That's what I was thinking when I was playing around with it. But I just wanted to see if other people even noticed. Like, is it even worthwhile to even talk about? So Premiere Pro, this is one of the annoying things about AV1. As much as it is like a cooler kind of like tech, it barely just got supported, but I don't know. I don't think Twitch supports it yet, if I'm recalling correctly. YouTube and OBS only somewhat recently fully adopted it, like out of beta stage. And Premiere Pro, so when I was doing my benchmarking and I did some recording in AV1, Premiere Pro cannot natively, like, you can't just import AV1 like video files into Premiere Pro. You have to transcode it first, or I think get a plugin. But either way, it's kind of annoying how it just does not work with even the latest version of Premiere Pro here in late 2023. So I don't know though. Video file sizes don't seem to be that much different recording in AV1 versus like H.264 or H.265. It's a little bit smaller, but I don't know if it's worth like committing to a completely new graphics card just, you know, for that one feature. But yeah, let me see if I can get my thing up, my Droid cam. And I can show you the build just to prove. Okay, let me see. Droid cam. 17. Okay. Yeah, so there's the build. You can barely see it behind. I said it's green. But yeah, so the build, it takes up the same amount of space as my old the Hyte Revolt 3 tower. It's a little bit bigger in volume, but in general, I mean, it just kind of sits right there in the corner. It takes up so little desk space, and then my ultra wide takes up the most space, of course. This is not a Meshalicious. This is a Corsair 2000D, which the latest video, which we can actually start talking about now that we're about 10 minutes in the stream. You know, you can afford an ATX someday. I mean, ITX is more expensive though, in kind of... okay, maybe I shouldn't make a blanket statement. ITX motherboards compared to ATX motherboards in the mid-range are more expensive, and so are SFX power supplies. But no, I don't think I will. I can't see myself going back to a full or mid-tower case, like ever. If I went back to a non-ITX like form factor, it would be micro ATX. I don't think I would go any larger than that. It's just, for me, it's not necessary, and I just don't like how much space they take up. Paying for ITX feels like paying more for tofu. What kind of comparison is that, Jason? You need to explain. Okay, so for those of y'all who have not seen the video, here's a link. Small freezes again. Is anyone else getting small freezes? I'm very curious if that is just on people's ends, or is it really because of the new card? Which I don't believe we've ever really had like issues with the stream while I was on the AMD cards, right? Like we never had micro stutters or pauses or freezes. Okay, Mr. Guillotine says I haven't had any freezes yet. Only freeze I saw was freeze on that facial expression. Okay, so it does not seem to be a like none here for some people. Okay, smooth on iPad, no drops. Okay, so it might be certain people's particular devices or internet connection. Yeah, but so here's the latest video. If you guys watched it, and man, people were so fast to comment on it. You see these little glitches that are happening. I was stressing out so much because I had the video ready to go Monday morning. I didn't upload it till I think 5 or 6 p.m. Because all these issues. And then I continued to try to work through the problems. But you see all the glitches? It turns out somehow the video file or the project I had, which I edited in Premiere Pro 2024, I don't know what is wrong with it, but I started a new project file. This is how I fixed it. But it's too late to upload to YouTube now. You can't change a video out, unfortunately. And the video's live. It got the views. I'm not going to delete it, take it down just for the artifacts. So it lives there forever now. But what I did to fix it was I opened a brand new project file. And then I opened the one that was kind of corrupted concurrently. I literally copied and pasted it, everything into the new file, re-rendered it with 0 issues. So I don't know what is wrong with the original project file, but copy and pasting it into a new one fixed it, which was the most annoying thing in the world because that's not something that you would intuitively think to do. And I didn't come up with that solution until long after the video was uploaded. Did I have to show it to Corsair first? No. So Corsair provided parts, this is one of the cool things depending on the different partnerships that you have. So Corsair sent me those parts just to like, you know, show them off in a video and to help like refresh my build. It wasn't like a sponsorship. Like I didn't get paid or anything. They sent parts, but they also did not require me to get approval or anything. They just said, here's some parts, you know, feel free to use them whenever you see fit. And then I was like, okay, yeah, this type of video is like perfect for it. So no. Corsair didn't need to see anything first. I don't even know if they know the video is live yet. So I'm actually AI, that's true. My audio is desynced by 1/10 of a second. That might be the case. Did anyone notice desyncing as well? I could change the delay on my end, but I haven't seen anybody else complain about it. So if I fix it for you, it might throw it off for everybody else. What are my thoughts on the theory that you purposely made the video glitchy to make Intel look bad because of your contract with AMD? I think, so some of the comments were actually pretty funny. So if we go to the comments, let's see, where's the other one? So I did the pinned comment explaining the issue. I'll zoom in so we can actually see it. Pretty ironic decision to publish it and present glitch graphics while touting a graphics card. Most people won't read the comments. Also, while speculation may be correct, there's no proof it's not the card. I mean, it's I responded to this person, it's not the card. It's Premiere Pro, which if you've used Premiere Pro before, you'll know it has had some of the wildest unexplainable glitches with no solutions on any internet forum or Reddit possible. But yeah, just overall, I think reception of the video was pretty good. People like Pinky Tech here is using the ARC A750. People were very optimistic about the Intel ARC cards in general. Here's someone else who went to the A770 based on my question at the end of the video. So yeah, let's see. Here's someone who used the A750, but one driver update made a game unplayable. So that was a bad experience for them. This person used both. So the cool thing about making a video using what you would think to be like a pretty unpopular graphics card, I guess, is that when people see it, they definitely chime in. So a lot of people also mentioned DaVinci Resolve with the A770. I'm so stubborn with regards to trying to learn a new software. Just blame the glitches on Bethesda, works every time. Oh man, Starfield was so bad. If we look at the Starfield, where is it at? This is the last one, right? Yeah, oh my goodness, look at these numbers. Like you can even visually see it kind of struggling on the right side. But aside from Starfield, like the let's see, I have all the numbers on the screen here. It was very back and forth, minus some, plus some, with about a minus 6% average if you take out the outlier of Starfield, performance difference-wise between these two cards. So, and right now I'm just playing Classic WoW anyway, so it's not like it makes a huge difference. Old dogs like you can't learn new tricks for real. DaVinci Resolve would make so much sense to switch to, because in the 1 year of paying for Adobe Suite, it could pay off the entire license for DaVinci Resolve, because I think it's around like $200 to $300, right? But man, I've been using Premiere Pro since I was what, 15 or 16. That's many a years. That's like 18 years. Starfield isn't a real game anyway. Why do you say that? Are you saying it like it's a tech demo for AMD? Bad voice, all noise. 2000D is a bit large for a mini ITX case, but only accepts small form factor PSUs. Yeah, but the volume is only that much larger because it's growing upwards. And in my opinion, everybody right now who's watching, take a look at your computer. What is above your computer right now? I'm going to guess it's just free open space. Unless you tuck your computer into like a cabinet that has like a shelf above it or something like that. A lot of people's computers, mine in particular, like there was nothing ever above my case. So whether it was the same footprint as the 2000D with like a shorter, smaller volume or extended, to me it's like the same thing. So that's why I really like, as I mentioned in the video, I really like the vertical tower cases, because oftentimes there's nothing above your computer that is like restricting the height. Especially this height is very normal, right? The 2000D's height is not too different than like a mid or micro ATX tower. Your eyes are glitching out on camera, are they? Am I using some kind of like AI, Intel AI software for eye detection and eye movement? I use my PC as a temporary shelf for bits and bobs. Yeah. So, but even if you did that, having a taller PC is not really an issue, right? So yeah, if you have a computer in the closet like T-Rex here, and there's shelves above it, then yeah, then having a traditional ITX, like small volume ITX case versus something like the Hyte Revolt 3 or the 2000D is definitely, then, you'll notice. Stream is kind of choppy, not gonna lie. Is the stream choppy for people? And that might be, I mean, what I need to do is, unfortunately, I can't change the bitrate real time. If I could, I would keep lowering the bitrate right now to see if like we can get the same good quality at around 4000, which would be half of what people typically set for 1080p YouTube. Yeah, so most people say streams look fine. I wonder if the implementation of AV1 on YouTube side might be causing issues for some people. Yeah, the camera so if the camera goes blurry, that's because of the autofocus on this thing. I set it to not manual focus just because sometimes I do move in and out. But yeah. Oh, I need to update this. I need to update this in Stream Elements because this is not correct anymore. Let me do that real quick. My little auto message. Worst case I see on stream is kind of slow focus when you turn your head back and forth. Yeah, that's there are other cameras that I could consider, but I don't know. Spending another, like, to get better camera quality, like sharpness than this, it would be in the range of like 150 to 200 bucks. So kind of hard to justify spending that much when this one works decently well. When I keep my like distance from the camera the same, so it doesn't have to refocus so much. What's my RAM usage right now? My RAM usage is, if we go into Task Manager, I'm using 23.8 out of 64 gigs, and how many Google Chrome tabs? I have 14 like tabs open. Oh, I got you. You should try. So I could probably do this if it wasn't content creation. Like if I was only just playing games, because Classic WoW is so easy to run, I could probably use 8 gigs of RAM with an i3 processor. But because of the whole video editing, exporting, and all that stuff, and streaming, that would not bode well, unfortunately. So I wouldn't be able to say that I did that. I mean, technically you could edit with a system like this. It would just be a horrible experience. like importing videos, transferring files, all that stuff, it slows down so much when you don't have the appropriate level of RAM and like a decent processor. Is the stream, yep, the Stream Elements bot is out of date. I am actually updating it right now. I just need to sign in and two-factor authentication. Let me update it, and then it should be spewing out the right information. Use Celeron with Intel ARC. I still have that Celeron, that 2-core, 2-thread Celeron that was 25 bucks brand new on Amazon. Okay, let's see, chatbot. Custom commands, here we go. Okay, so what we got? 12, yep, we got ARC A770, 16 by LE, 64, yep, that's the same, that's the same. Okay, this is all updated now. Does the driver know how to use ARC versus integrated graphics? In what context? For something like OBS, you can choose either or. Though I was having some weird in RevoTuner, it was pulling the wrong data. It was pulling data from the integrated graphics. So right now I have integrated graphics completely disabled. So I only have the A770 in the system. So everything that I am doing, it is doing it off the graphics card. But I know there have been some people who have, when they built their computers and they weren't aware that integrated graphics is like just enabled by default, that some games, for whatever reason, hook to that instead of the graphics card, and they get like horrible performance. So, yeah, if that's what you're talking about, I am on the dedicated GPU right now. I have heard the best way to run ARC is with the KF. Well, no, you don't have to run the KF or F processor. You can just disable integrated graphics in the BIOS, which is what I did. I'm trying to think, because during my testing, that's why I had to do that. It might have just been the Afterburner RevoTuner data that was being pulled. Yo, what's up, Jonathan Tober? Okay, I can... Actually, we should do a test. Let me test something real quick, and you guys can see my... Oh, what the... Wait. Call of Duty and Apex... Oh. My Steam, give me 1 second. Am I running stuff? I'm testing something back here for an upcoming video. And I thought this whole... So I checked my Steam, and it said Apex Legends and Call of Duty were both running, which would be pretty bad in terms of if it was running on my PC right now, in the background, not doing anything, because that would be a waste of resources. Let me see. Why is it saying Apex is running, though? That's weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm not running any of these right now. Oh, I am running Apex. Whoops. I was running Apex because I was testing something earlier. All right, if anything, stream should be smoother now because I'm not running a game, but let me open up Halo real quick. We can do a quick session if I can get this to work. Let me know how the gameplay is in Halo. Okay, game capture. if the game capture even wants to work. Come on. Why is the game capture not working? You were working just fine when I needed to grab all the footage. Halo, wasn't it Master Chief Collection? One of the comments was talking about it. Why is OBS not detecting? Come on. OBS. Capture specific window. Why you do this to me? Why do you not get detected? Okay, here we go. Okay. Please. I've had 2 small stutters, but that's pretty common with streams for me. Yeah, so what I need to do is I'm going to watch this whole stream back after the fact to see on my end or on the VOD end if there was any stutters or not. Because usually those are captured in the VOD as well. And if there was nothing, then it might just be for whatever reason on the user side for a split second. Yo, oh man. Chris, you ever get this problem in OBS when you try to use game capture and it just does not detect it at all? Is it gonna detect that? Yeah, what is going on? I have run this in administrator. I don't have Revotuner on right now though. I do not have MSI Afterburner or Revotuner, but I know that is one of the common problems. Freaking A. And you know what? We might just have to do display capture. Oh man, display capture would be so bad on this. Some games just don't like game capture. So, this is my mistake. I updated to OBS 24, or 30, not 24, sorry, OBS 30. I just got the thing for it to update. And when I was using OBS to like get the footage and stuff prior, in OBS version 29, there were 0 issues capturing all these windows in the games. But I just updated to 30 this morning, and now I can't pull this up. So I don't think display capture is going to be smooth though. Let me see. So we're going to display capture this, but it's going to look pretty bad, I think. Yeah, it's going to look like hot garbage because yeah. I don't think it's going to be smooth at all because display capture versus actual window or game capture is very, like one is meant for just like showing web browsing and stuff, and the other one, actually, like this is supposed to be 60 FPS for you guys, but I feel like it might be Tactical Slayer. Tactical Slayer is my game. Okay. Let's see how well I do in this. Yeah, Revotuner, and it's not even in the tray or anything. Everything is closed, so. Am I still a wingman man? In Apex, no. I suck at the wingman. Can't do it. Is my volume? Let me check my volume mixer. Where's my Halo volume? Here we go. So we're just gonna play a game. I might suck. All right. Yeah, just looking at my preview window. So remember guys, this is window capture here. This is not game capture in OBS, which is why it might not be smooth. On my end it's smooth, but just looking at the OBS preview window, it is not looking good. Oh, did not even seem to the left there. Does it look like you're watching something in 60 FPS? Come on. It looks perfectly fine? Okay. Ooh, that's a long shot. Come on. Oh, that's like across the entire map. Runs like butter? Okay. Okay, sweet. So I guess display capture is not as bad as I thought it would be. I think it would be a little bit smoother though if I was able to capture the game window specifically. But I guess this works for now until I figure out. I might reinstall OBS, like the older version. Come on, yes! Let's go. Ooh. Well, there's two of them. Looks fine. I prefer Fortnite? What? Honestly, I wish I could get into Fortnite. Something about Fortnite is very off-putting to me. It's not the graphics, it's whatever. I play World of Warcraft, so when you talk about like cartoony, weird-looking graphics, World of Warcraft kind of like takes the crown for that, at least in the MMO scene. I think it's the menus in Fortnite. The menus, when you get in, is the most annoying thing ever. You're thrown... Like every new advertisement that they have, you have a bunch of gifts and crap to collect. And then when you're trying to find a game to play, I feel like you're clicking more things than in other games to like find a lobby or game mode. Zero build is, yeah. So every time I do play zero build, like when I'm testing and stuff, but I don't play 1717. Okay, I gotta actually focus here so I don't let my team down. But yeah, I can't play. Oh man, I can't play Fortnite like for fun and leisurely. I only do it because of benchmarking. Oh man, this guy just gonna stand here and get me like 3 times. Finally, I got him. Alt O will give me my ARC stats. Oh. It's showing it on the screen though. I just did ARC O and I see the ARC stats. Here, oh man. Okay, let me hide and I can bring up MSI. Hopefully I can get the overlay to pop up. No? Crap, I need to hide somewhere safe. So we can see the real time. Okay, come on. Don't nobody kill me while I get this thing on. All right, that's not the right place. What's the number, 730? All right, this is good enough. All right, here we go. So we're in like the 80 FPS. Also, this thing is completely in my way. If someone is up there, it is blocking my view. 26 gigs of RAM. Nice, okay. Oh my goodness, that thing is... So when I benchmark, like, I see the Riva tuner the entire time. So sometimes it blocks my field of view, like, but yeah, there's the real-time running stats right there. We are running at 1080p just because it fits the best for the stream. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh! Oh come on! How did I not get him? Not even joking. I'm getting nauseated. Too much movement. Is it because... I'm guessing that's just too much movement in general and not because of, oh, come on. And not because of the low move or high movement and choppiness. Oh my goodness. How are you loving AV1 so far? It's cool. Like I mentioned in the video, it's not like I ever had a problem when I used NVENC or the AMD hardware encoder. I think the benefits of AV1 aren't fully realized yet, as right now anyways. Like, I wouldn't say, oh man, this is so much better than what I was using before. If anything, it's beneficial for just the lower data usage, but I have no data cap and gig up and down internet, so for me it doesn't make a difference. For some viewers it might, but people are saying the transition like between these windows when I switch back and forth, it's a lot smoother. So if anything, the encoder is doing a better job at like quick scene transitions. Man, we are getting stomped now, 32 to 42. Yeah, a lot less bandwidth, so wait, Pinky, do you stream using, I'm assuming you use your A750 to stream. What's your, what bitrate do you use for your streams? And then, I'm assuming it's 1080p, either 30 or 60 FPS? I'm at 8,000 right now. Hey, what's up, Danny Cruz? What does it say? Oh man, the Halo window is blocking. Oh man. Here, let me move the Halo window a little bit so I can see all the chat. Been watching for a long time, Q. Yeah, thanks, Danny. I appreciate it. Yeah, next video coming is gonna be pretty fun. We're revisiting an old graphics card. We just lost. But, oh, whoops. Moving this also, because we're display capturing, move that. How did I even do this game? Did I at least get a positive KD ratio? What did I get? We got, come on. Oh man, 710, horrible. Horrible. I usually do better, I promise. So, okay, the game streams, people are saying apparently it looks smooth, even though I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted to with OBS. I'll have to figure that out or downgrade versions. But, yeah, let's see. You used 10K and you kept getting notifications bumped down to 6, but you're right. Oh, you were doing 1440, okay. Chase Atwood says, built my brother a PC for Christmas as a surprise, picked a 5600G for $100 new, and is that how much they're going for? Shoot. Let me get this display capture out of here. 5600G, I like a lot. Wow, yeah, so you got a pretty good price on it because they're 140 or 125 used there. $5600X is better choice than it gets PCIe 4.0 support. Yeah, I don't know. That's not, to me, that's still not a huge problem. Systems that are still on PCIe 3. The performance difference is pretty negligible between the two. And with SSDs, similarly, too. Eventually, you'll get to a point where it's going to matter more, but right now, not so much. Is it more likely to make a living becoming an actor or become a streamer? I think streamer. I think because there's a lower barrier to entry. With acting, I mean, I don't know of any. Most of the time when you look up actors and actresses and stuff like that on Wikipedia, most of them have like performing arts backgrounds. They went to like some kind of performing arts school or college, or they had parents in the industry and things like that. Whereas as a streamer, literally anybody with no connections as long as they have, and it's probably cheaper too, because like to get acting roles and gigs and stuff, you gotta fly around, you gotta maintain your looks and everything, right? You get like, whereas all you need is like an $800 PC and setup and a decent internet connection, and you can get into streaming. Much lower barrier to entry. Plus, if I had to guess, I would think there's a comparable amount of people who are making a living off of streaming as there are who are making a living off of acting. Streamers are mostly dropouts. Need to be a DGen to survive streaming 12 hours a day. I guess I don't follow the streaming scene too much, but when I was thinking streaming and I guess or content creation. Because Steam's new cards, yeah, but those new cards that are ×4, ×8 and stuff like that, assuming you don't get one of those garbage cards, you will be fine with PCIe 3.0. But yes, if you do get one of those very limited use case cards, then you're gonna stunt your performance. We can actually, let me see. What is it, the 6500 XT PCIe Gen 3 versus 4. Here's Testing Games doing a video on it. 38 to 48, that's a pretty big difference. Not as, let's see, what else is there? Here's Forza, 55 versus 65. Yeah, so you are leaving performance on the table. And this one's, this is Red Dead. 41 versus 46, so it depends on the title. I know there are some titles where it's not going to make that big of a difference at all. So here's about like 15-ish%. And what processor is this on? Actually, no, this is on a 12900K, but versus a 10900K. I guess you should be GPU bottlenecked anyways. But would have been nice if they used the exact same processor just in case. I wonder if they're just reusing old footage. 67 versus 78. So it's not like it's debilitating performance, I guess. It is still very much playable. Not ideal, but not as bad as people paint it to be. Hey, what's up, Hazard? How's it going? What's up, Joe Penico? Yeah, Testing Games is definitely the GOAT. I love like referencing their stuff when I can't, pull up my own stuff, which they have way more testing than I do. Every frame matters. I wish I could set up something where like I have two PCs, one that runs a game at like 90 FPS and one at like 120 or 144 on a high refresh rate monitor, and switch between the two and let people do a blind test to see if they can actually see the difference. When's the last time I went into an airplane? Back in May, when we went to Japan. We flew to and from Japan, which was a pretty decent flight, if I do say so myself. Those longer flights where they give you multiple meals and they have like, and I'm not like, I'm a pretty small person, so the typical airplane seat, while it's not the most comfortable seat in the world, it is much better than if I was like a lot taller, which I know for people like Jason, who is currently in Asia right now, he's like 6 foot something. That sucks. How's ARC performing for me? So far, ARC is performing well, aside from the weird glitch through Premiere Pro. I guess what I could do is swap out my card and put in the AMD card to see if I could replicate that same problem, but that's such a pain to do. I hate swapping in ITX cases and stuff like that. It's not just swapping the hardware. Swapping the hardware isn't bad, but running a full DDU and then reinstalling the drivers because of the restarts and stuff like that, and then switching back, running DDU again, and reinstalling it again. Like, that's just so much added effort that I already did that when I was testing the two cards. I don't have to do it again twice over to confirm whether or not it was the 2024 Premiere Pro. RTX 3060 for 200 bucks or 6700 XT for 250. What are we thinking, bros? I think the 3060 is not the better card, obviously. I think it might be the more attractive price point one, but let's see. Wait, is that what you're seeing in China, Jason? So if we look at RTX 3060s in the used market right now, buy it now. If I wanted a working condition one, stupid eBay, thinking I want some broken parts. Come on now. Okay, so if I wanted a working condition 3060, we're looking at, so 170, this is for, okay, this seller's fine. So we're looking anywhere from 170 to about, wow, to 190 for at least these three. So 6700 XT, those have been going brand new for 300. So what are they looking like in the used market? They're looking like 250 to 260-ish. So of the ones that you mentioned, Jason, the 6700 XT is more in line with current market prices. The 3060 seems about 10 to 20 bucks over what they're going for on eBay, which they should be going for a little bit less locally or on something like Hardware Swap. But between those two cards, what's your use case? Are you actually going to be using the card? Are you putting it into a build to flip? Because for whatever reason, if you're flipping builds, people have been telling me NVIDIA cards move systems and AMD cards just sit there not selling. So if you have to take that into account, then it might the play might be just to get a 3060 on eBay. Is there a box about to fall from the top of the shelf behind me? No, that's not a box. That's this is my ghetto barn, or what do they call these? Grid. So this is my LED light for, is this thing plugged in? Can I turn this on? Yeah, so this is my LED light. And I built a grid for it out of recycled cardboard because I needed to control the amount of light going directly on me as opposed to flooding out the whole room when I shoot videos. So yeah, no, it's not falling. It's just my ghetto box light. Intel cards will, wait, Pinky, what card did you put in there? Which Intel card? The 750, 770, or I guess now the A580? I'm actually very curious about the A580. I might make a video on that somewhat soon here. Yeah, good looking out though, Kevin. Good looking out. Joe Penico, I have a Sapphire 6700 XT brand new sitting in a box to use in the meantime. Okay, wait, what did Joe say? So you have an MSI that has intermittent fan noise and MSI suggested RMA. I've never had RMA anything. Wait, how long have you had it? So I'm guessing you've had it for a while now, so that it's not in the typical return window. I guess it depends on where you bought it from too. I don't know if Newegg will give you a hassle-free return within 30 days for fan noise or you're saying fan noise, not coil whine, right? MSI RMA process. John, remember how we were talking once we do the stream and stuff, if you were trying to get rid of any gear? Reasons like that is why I'm looking to pick up cheap secondhand gear if you're trying to offload any. Yeah, because I normally use these box lights too. But I've been trying to move away from these because these are so big compared to LED panels. Look at this thing. This thing is huge. It is, I'm always almost knocking it over and stuff like that. So if I can improve my lighting setup, then, you know, for a worthwhile price, then I will. But yeah, no need to donate though. I would definitely pay for it. Just a minor annoyance of the noise. Can you explain the fan noise a little bit more? Because I'm trying to think, what is the fan noise like something rubbing Is it just does it sound like an ungreased bearing? Like, what fan noise are you having? Wait, is that why you have the 750 in your own system now? Because is it the same one that you're trying to sell in that system that you're using now? You built your first PC with a 13600K and 6650 XT. That's very solid. I mean, let's take a look. So 6700 XTs are going for like 250. Man, look at this. This is so cheap. But if we were to look brand new, they should be 300 bucks. Last I checked a couple of days ago. Stop showing me display cables. Videos and graphics devices. Yeah, so you can get, actually, you can get open box ones from Newegg. What would you guys trust more? Would you guys trust eBay used or Newegg open box? Or refurbished rather? If you had to choose between the two, which one would you rather choose? Honestly, I mean, this is 250. This is going for a little bit cheaper. But this is the ASRock version. Once you get to the other three fans, I guess these are going for a little bit more. Yeah, so 6700 XT Challenger brand new versions are like 3, and Sapphire Pulse, they're going for 310, but what's the 6750 going for? Usually like 10 to 20 bucks more. But let's see. Lowest price. Oh, wow. A lot more. Dude, what's up with the 6750 XT prices? They're usually pretty in line with the 6700s. Huh, prices are going up. Either should be returnable. Yeah, actually, let's look at this one. This one is coming from Minor Bud. Oh, okay, well, you know, this person has how many? 4 or more available. Wait, more than 10 available. If you buy 4 or more, you get it for $237. This person has sold 665. I don't know if this means they sold 665 of this exact card or just 665. And they have 663 rating. Oh my goodness, where are they selling? Let's take a look. See all feedback. 6700 XTs, 700 XT. Oh, okay. So they are pretty much only selling 6700 XTs. Overclocked, got into top 10%. Okay, very happy. I mean, these seem like any negative reviews. I mean, this looks pretty legit. We'll see all feedback. How do I look only? Where's the only negative ones? Oh, here. In the last 12 months. What? Bad communication, never got back to me. The graphics card does not work. We accepted the return. Yeah, so they'll take care of you if you buy it on the eBay side of things. But, you know. Between these two, I think I might be... I would probably go with Newegg. Even with the whole Newegg controversy that happened, was that like a year ago? When was that? Feels like about a year ago, last summer, right? The whole Newegg controversy and stuff like that. I feel like if you, for the Newegg thing, if you get on the line with customer service enough times, which I know could be annoying, you could eventually get your money back. Plus, I mean, these cards could be mining cards too. You never know. Not these ones, but the refurb ones that we saw earlier. Yeah, it is in his name. This person's name, Minor Bud. Definitely selling this volume of 6700 XT, half a thousand plus. Yeah. eBay. Newegg was how I built my first PC and how I got my current case in the AIO I no longer use. Lol. Newegg was also how I built my first PC. It's raining in Cali. It is actually not raining in Washington last I was outside, so we swapped weather for a second here. Sounds like a mild hissing at specific RPM. Nothing horrible. Wait, at 990 RPM plus or 990 specifically? What if you put it at 1200? If you adjust the fan curves, like above and below, it doesn't hiss? And let me think. Here's something you can try. Have you tried isolating which fan noise it's coming from? That hissing sound? Is it multiple fans or is it just a single one? And if you can isolate it, would you think like re-lubing? Or would you be willing to try re-lubing? Back in the day when Newegg was tax-free for us in Washington, that was shoot, when was that even? I feel like it's been like 4 or 5 years now since Newegg start taxing Washington. Yeah, because I was sad too. eBay, same thing too. Let's see, sales tax. Newegg will start charging sales tax in Florida yet. So 2019, potentially? And 7 other states. Washington, was that it? No, it might have been sooner than that. Sales, here we go. Yeah, I remember Jay made a video about it. Yeah, so 2018 sounds about right. Man, it's coming up on 6 years since we started paying tax for Newegg stuff and eBay in Washington. The fact that the seller had 10 of the same cards, no. The fact that when we went to the reviews and every sold item was the 6700 XT was definitely means the card is mining. And the fact that their name was Mining Bud. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah. So we looked at it. We looked through the thing, and it was just directly in their name. But again, I have bought cards that have been mined with. And I've used them for builds for like friends and family and stuff, and they're still running strong. So I don't really have issues with mining cards, especially since, I don't know, maybe you could call me privileged because I have spare parts on hand and spare systems if needed. But yeah, if you are a person who only has like your one computer that you're building for yourself to use, and you're reluctant to try a mining card, then you could pay a little bit more and try to get one that you feel more comfortable that has been mined on. It's really hard to tell, right? Because even if you go and offer a Facebook Marketplace or a Craigslist or wherever and you buy a card, the person could just lie to you and just say, oh yeah, this was my card that I used full time. I did not mine on it. It could have been a previous owner's mined card, so. As soon as it increases, the fans quiet down. I think it's as soon as the fan starts, which is, it's both fans. Emissary suggested removing the card, attempting to press them down. I thought that was odd. Yeah. So if you use a program, how long have you had the card for? Did you say that up earlier? For something like that, I would think that I would just set a fan curve to run it at above 990 RPM. Assuming that you're okay with the noise levels, right? I don't know what those fans sound like at the different RPMs, but assuming you're okay with the noise levels, you can just set a fan curve with MSI Afterburner or whatever software from the specific card manufacturer that you have, so that it never really goes below it. Or you could can you set a curve where it goes 0 RPM up to like, let's just say 50 or something. And as soon as it hits that, it does a step function up to like 1,000 RPM, whatever percentage that is, at least. We're about 50-50 on the poll. Pretty close, but a little bit more people would rather do Newegg refurb. You bought the card over a year ago to run Linux, but can set curves. So the fan problem only started happening recently, I'm assuming. Because otherwise, hopefully it happened only recently and not since the beginning when you could have had your return window still open. Did Intel send you the A770 or sponsor you? Yeah, so the A770 was a review unit that I got, I think, last year that Intel sent. They did not sponsor me, but yeah, it was the review sample that they sent. If a company sponsored me, it would be very clear, like, it would have to be disclosed in the video. I guess I'm trying to think if I've come across any creators who were clearly sponsored but did not disclose it in the video. YG says, is the food, snacks, drinks bill split evenly? Yeah. So the way that we do LAN is every LAN, as soon as like Thursday or Friday or throughout the weekend rolls around, everybody sends one person. It's basically the Costco run person. They Venmo them anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks, depending on what we decide we're going to do for food and budget. So, you know, 30 bucks is what we did last time, times 14 people. That's 420 bucks for the weekend to feed everybody, which it's a decent amount of money. Pizza knocks out like 80 bucks of it usually, but pizza takes care of dinner on Friday night as well as snacking throughout the weekend because we leave our pizza outside of the refrigerator on the countertop, unrefrigerated. But yeah, the rest of the money, because it's home cooked meals, it could cover, you know, it covers all the snacks, the chips, the candy that we buy, the meals that we usually cook, all that stuff. So what rice cooker do I use? I use an Instant Pot. I do not, we got rid of our rice cooker. We use whatever the heck the Costco Instant Pot is. I'm pretty sure it's just this. That one looks different than ours. It's one of these Instant Pots. I think it's this one. I don't know how many quarts it is exactly, but we cook our rice in the Instant Pot because I'm all about condensing how many appliances and crap we have in the kitchen. I'm not trying to have a rice cooker and then something that can also do the exact same thing and is the exact same shape as a rice cooker that takes up a bunch of space in our cabinets and shelves. I was so mad when I saw the 4080 Founders Edition on Facebook Marketplace in Seattle for 800 bucks. It was gone in an instant. Interesting. Did that person in the ad say... I'm just going to look at Facebook Marketplace right now. Oh no, can I not look at it without logging in? Let me browse. Yes, I can browse. But yeah, did the person say why they were selling it? 800 seems a little too cheap. Even right now, let's take a look at RTX 4080s. How much are these going for in the used market? I don't imagine 800. I don't even think they would be much under 1,000, but we'll see. People are selling for parts, oh, heatsink only for 350 already. Oh, this one has a read. You gotta read what's wrong with this thing. Blemishes C4, condition C4, whatever the heck that means. Genuine product, tested, work fine. Missing several small what? Missing several small electronic parts, but looks not affect to use when we testing it. What is up with this card that they're listing it for so cheap? What is missing? Wait, did they put that marker there? It doesn't look like anything's broken off from this image. 3 people in my area are trying to sell RX 580s. C4 means it was exploded and put back together. If anything, if there was any damage, it's looking like it would be in this area, not where they're pointing. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything was broken or fell off. I can't zoom in anymore. Open in a new tab. Maybe I can zoom in more here. Yeah, if we were to try to look at this image super up close, if anything, it looks like something was happening here and not where they're pointing, but I don't know. Maybe you should buy and investigate. Yeah, right. I'm not the type of person to risk this much money on something that could potentially be a headache. $750? All right, good working condition ones, aside from these coolers and broken ones, or not broken, but potentially problematic ones. Yeah, they're not going for much cheaper than $1,000 still. Yeah, Joe, I don't know. Wait, you have a spare card? If the, my thing is, if the RMA process is completely free and costs you nothing, as in, but I don't think that's the case, right? Most companies, you have to pay to ship it to them, and they will ship it back to you at their cost. So to ship something the size of a graphics card, if you use Pirate Ship, it'll probably be in the ballpark of like 15 bucks, maybe a little bit cheaper. So is it worth it to you? And also, do you think the problem is noticeable enough? Because this is one of the issues of trying to ship something in that isn't like a drastic, huge problem. If MSI gets it and they run it and they're like, your card works without problems, and they don't think the noise is bad enough and it might be your sensitivity, they might not do anything to fix it. Like, there's no guarantee unless they deem it a bad enough problem, right? So it does seem a little bit risky to send in a card that has what might be considered a minor problem or a minor inconvenience. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sensitive to sound, so I probably would keep it and run it like above that noise-making RPM, but hard to say. $800 is a very good deal. Let's take a look at my marketplace, which, by the way, if any of you guys, and I'm trying to think of like a series to do too, just more of like the shopping in local areas. But for the streams, we've already done this plenty of times. But I'm looking at this now because you guys brought it up. But if anyone is trying to look for parts or like an upgrade for their PC and stuff like that, and wants me to pull it up on stream so that we could shop together in your local market on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that, and get all the input from like the viewers, then we could do that as well. So let me know like what you're looking for and then what market, like what zip code or area code, and we can do that. But for now, since someone had mentioned in Seattle an RTX 4080, we're gonna browse some of those. All right, so 4080s, California. Okay, can I do local, please? We're gonna not be in San Francisco, Seattle, and we'll do 40 miles. 40 miles spans all the way down to Tacoma. I don't know if I would go down to Tacoma. We got a Botho $850 4080. I wonder if you could talk them down. Upgrading to a 4090. You can test it on my PC upon purchase. If you can find cheaper than this price, then I will match it. Okay, this is what we do. This is what we do. I make a listing for an $800 4080. And then you show my listing to this person so you can get that $50 discount. What else we got here? Yeah, I mean, this actually seems like a pretty solid price. This is the Lenovo. Let me take a look at this. Lenovo RTX 4080. Are these the ones that came specifically in their pre-built towers? Lenovo. The Lenovo version. Yeah, you could probably only get them in the Legions, right? Let me see. So video cards has data on them. pretty plain looking card actually, with some minor accent like RGB lines, but. Jason, isn't that fraud? That's a good question. Is making a fake Facebook listing so you can show it to a person to get money off, is that considered fraud? What is the official definition of fraud? I mean, it sounds like it would be, but wrongful or criminal deception intended to result in financial or personal gain. Dang. Okay. That is fraud. Well, wrongful or criminal. Listing something on Facebook Marketplace, is it criminal or is it just against the terms of service? Criminal. I don't know if you could go to jail for that. But the Lenovo card. Okay, so yeah, it looks like, I mean, I would imagine these should be fine. It looks like a beefy heatsink. Looks like the fans, it's a 3-fan card. I fraud the cookie jar. What does that even mean? Okay. Other 4080s in the area. Whoa, $60. This isn't OBO or best offer. 60 down from 180. Give me an offer. Yo. A GTX 970 and a 4430 for 60 bucks. That's actually not that bad. I have plenty of I have like 2 970s on hand. So I do not need to pick up more. And I don't know what I could really do with this because finding motherboards for this is kind of a pain. And these are not that great of processors to begin with. These are 4-core, 4-thread, like 9 generations old by this point. The fact that so many people are selling their 4080 means that it wasn't worth it to them because they'd rather have spent a few extra $100 to get a 4090. Yeah, it does seem kind of weird for basically like such a high-end card for people to already be upgrading. Usually you lose money when you upgrade that quickly within the span of like a year. Like you're not gonna, usually you can't recoup all your money back because you paid $1,200 when that first released. Now, people who buy top-end stuff have the money and constantly upgrade. They always want the best of the best. Yeah. And to them, a couple $100 here or there, it doesn't matter. But I feel like for most regular people, a couple $100 here or there is a lot of bills or groceries. So, if the 4080 was 800 MSRP, then no one would sell theirs. Yeah. How's the ARC, says Luke Shipman. The ARC is going good so far. Stream's not crashed. We got some smoother transition is what people have been saying and what I have noticed between these two. Actually, let me take a look. I'm going to pull up the stream, not in my preview display, but in my... here we go. So yeah, I'm going to almost theater mode this thing. But when we switch between these, it's a lot, I think it's a lot smoother. Less pixelation, and that could have been due to my my bitrate or settings or what B frames or whatever. Chris would be able to tell you more about OBS settings than I can, unfortunately. All right, so that caught my ads like this always catch my attention, but a lot of the times I get disappointed. This is a little bit, yeah, a little bit too old for me. I have some other Haswell i5s and i7s I'm sitting on that I can make content on, but I spread those out usually. When's the next LAN party story, says Tech Jesus. Next LAN party stories will be released with hopefully in like about a month. I'm getting it done before Christmas. I promise you guys that. I haven't reviewed the footage at all yet, but when I do, I will get to work on it like a madman. We got a 3080 for $575. Okay, not too exciting there. $975 for a white Gigabyte Aero. Okay, $900 for this one in Spokane. No one's starting to drive to Spokane. Spokane is not within 40 miles. Oh, I think we're beyond the locals. So the rumor is that the 4080 Super is going to be $999. So if I had that budget, I just wait and see. Let me see. Is there actually 2 days, 5 days? Okay, so within the last week since last stream, RTX 4080 Super. Okay, 5 days ago. Okay, let's take a look at these. Why did they put it next to... I would like to see the specs next to the existing 4080. Full leak, they say. They're saying plus 8% potentially. I mean, people are still buying 4080s, and 4080s are going for what, like $1,000 on Newegg right now? The Best Buy version, you can't even... Can you get this? You might be able to, but let's go to Newegg just because they have more. Those... When those come out, NVIDIA's going to have to do two things. They're going to have to price it accordingly versus... compared to what is existing now. Oh, okay. Didn't we see these? Was that just during Labor Day, or what sale was that? Was that during Fantastic Sales or something? I could have sworn we saw 4080s discounted to $1,000. That must have been very temporary. I would imagine by now they would have dropped to $1,000 flat. But the cheapest one I can find on Newegg for a 4080 is $1,100. So when they release this 4080 Super, if it is $1,000, it is going to make it like a decent amount cheaper than what you can get the cheapest 4080 for. So hopefully when this comes out, if it's $1,000, it's like getting a slightly better 4080 for cheaper than what a 4080 is right now. And the price of the 4080 will kind of have to drop because it would make no sense for this thing to be the same price or more than the 4080 Super. When's the rumored release date though? January, wait, are slated for on-shelf availability January. So we're talking about, what the heck? Can I not highlight text on video cards? What is this website? I can highlight text up here, but I can't highlight any of this text. What? Is it so that people don't copy and paste their articles? What is this? Interesting. Yeah, I can highlight stuff up here just fine. I don't think it's an image. Yeah, it's not an image. Like, I can't... It's not giving me options to, like, open an image in a new tab or anything. Yeah, prevents bots from farming their content. Which makes sense. There's a ton of bot website. I just never noticed this before, though. Is WCCF Tech the same thing? Let me see. There's The Verge, WCCF. No, these ones you can highlight just fine. The Verge you can highlight just fine. Yeah. Wow, video cards. Some big brain thinking right here. 4080 is 1060 on Best Buy. Which version? Which version? There it is. It's the Eagle one. Wow, the one that my brother-in-law bought for $1,200. 4060s or 320. Okay. But yeah, you get this readily available. And then you got your expensive Asus Strix 4070 Ti, which is like the same price. There are people out there who would buy this card over this one, even if they were the same price probably. Yeah, so it's funny because this is not available anymore. The OC version, normally it looks like it's $40 more, because we're looking at 1,200 versus 1,240. Yeah, but on their sale price, this is a Black Friday deal. It's the same price. Mino42 says, I have the ROG Strix 4090 in white, and yes, I paid $2,000 for it. That's a expensive Strix and white GPU tax right there. Guys, you don't want a 4080, just get an RX 580 2048 SP. Dude. What is the cheapest Amazon one of this we can get? What is the cheapest RX 580 2048? We've got these guys. I think they're smoking something, because dude, 100 is too much. Though I guess with the coupon you can bring it down to like 99. $80, is that the cheapest we can find? We looked at this a few weeks ago. I don't think we found much cheaper than like 75 with the coupon. Yeah, look at all these RX 580 2048 SPs, and then you go over to AliExpress and they're like $60. Oh, I recently bought something from AliExpress. Which AliExpress is a great place to buy random knickknacks and screws. What is this coupon? I don't know if you could. Used ones are going for cheap enough though that I don't know if I would want to wait for one of these. The cheapest, okay, let's see. Wow. $41 with free shipping. No, shipping's $25. So that makes it $66. Okay, I figured. How about this one? 60. Is there free shipping? This one has free shipping. It's got Monarch Dragon. This is a Soil brand one. This is the Monarch Dragon RX 580, 8GB. Oh, wait, what? Okay. The listing doesn't say 2048, but let's take a look at the GPU-Z. Ah, okay. Yeah, 2048 shaders. $60, not bad. With free shipping, with some tax, under $70 still. For a 1080p esports graphics card right here. The only reason Jason went to China was to buy stuff and not have to wait for 2 months for shipping. Jason is buying so much volume that it made sense. The price of the plane ticket and to ship back stuff is cheaper than how much time would have been wasted waiting for 2-week AliExpress shipping. I bought some off-brand Nanoleaf RGB panels from Temu. Should be here in 2 days. Nice. I think, so Temu also has stuff that ships out from like local warehouses in the US, right? Off-brand Nanoleaf, let us know how that ends up working. What I think is that I bought some off-brand Nanoleaf looking things from AliExpress, which are kind of similar. I think Temu is generally a little bit cheaper than AliExpress with all the crazy promos and codes they have going on. But they definitely felt like off-brand panels. They were not as nice as actual Nanoleaf hexagons or triangles. I will say that for sure. American caught, well, Jason's actually Japanese. He's a citizen of Japan, actually. So it would be Japanese man caught with 2 million in GPUs from China going through airport security. Yes, yes, yes. I've actually seen I've actually seen a few reviews of various off-brand Gobi nano type RGB stuff, and they work well. Yeah, so the only thing about some of the off-brand stuff is like app support, right? I think I would much more trust Gobi. I actually use the Gobi app right now for Gobi, and then I don't have nano leaves, but I would think that their app support versus some random RGB panels and stuff from AliExpress or Temu would be supported for longer, but I think it's just the build quality too. Where are those hexagons? I had those hexagons that I unboxed on stream and stuff like that, and they were very thick. Like, you couldn't see it in the pictures really, but when you actually get it, it's like way thicker than you thought it would be, or than what you think based on what you know about nano leaves or some of the more premium, expensive brands. And that's kind of expected, right? I didn't pay much for them, and they look nice. At the end of the day, if all you care about is emitting light from them, like nice RGB or whatever lighting, they do a good job in that. Oh, you're getting it to the UK, so it seems like, yeah, China would be closer than, I don't know what warehouse it, yeah, it would just make more sense to countries outside the US. They would just ship direct from China. P-Grow 420. I really am thinking about keeping my 3080 till 50 series. Yeah, there's no reason not to. I feel like some people are still enjoying the 1080s and 1080 Ti's right now, and think of how many years have passed since then. So long as you aren't like an FPS or like ultra settings snob, the 3080 is still a very powerful card. I bought a used grain mill on eBay and it was thrashed and the seller wouldn't even respond. Thrashed. So it just came like in unusable, damaged condition. You bought a grain mill. I'm trying to imagine, like, is this like a smaller one, a more industrial sized one? Let's see, personal grain mill. Is this so you can make your own bread? We talking about one of these small grain mills or like a big, like a more sophisticated machine? I guess they have some tabletop ones. What do you need a grain mill for? I don't think this is my privileged city living life. I don't think I would have ever thought to have needed to buy a grain mill for myself. What different grains do you mill? Did you use eviscerated because you thought thrash from WoW? So then you thought of the next WoW ability, Jason? You mill your wheat into flour? Do you gather your wheat from the fields, is my question. I know it's a real word. It's a real word. But because I know you've been playing WoW recently, even though you've been playing Priest and not Rogue. It just seemed pretty coincidental that you just happened to use another two words that are very, my blood runs rogue no matter what. Yeah, thrash blade, eviscerate, lacerate, sinister strike. No, do you think I should hold up upgrading from 11600KF to a 13600KF in DDR5? What's your graphics card? What are you using your computer for? 11600KF? You're gonna be upgrading the motherboard, CPU, and RAM, and for what gains is what I'm thinking. You got a 4070 Ti, 4070 Ti gaming. How much would that even cost? What is the 13600? Isn't 13600 KF like $250 right now? What are these going for? Oh, geez. Seriously? Let's see what these different ones are going for. I thought they would have gotten a little cheaper by now. I guess you can get one. If you have a Micro Center, I guess you can get a bundle deal for a little bit cheaper. And the CPU itself might just be cheaper at Micro Center. I mean, here's my question. Have you tested your configuration to see how much your GPU is being bottlenecked by the CPU, if at all? No Micro Center there. Okay. Why? I guess the question is, why do you want to upgrade? You must have some inkling feeling that you're losing out on performance with your graphics card. The best way to look for that is if we looked at 13600K, and we have to find the right benchmarks for this. So our boy Testing Games, or girl, I'm not sure what they are, but let me see. So there you have a 4090. What are they testing at though? Did they tell us the resolution? They show us the settings. They're testing at 720p. This doesn't help. It helps show the difference between the graphics cards, but it doesn't help because most people are either playing, you're probably playing in 1440p, which the difference is not going to be as great. So here's your 11600K. Here's what you could potentially get with the 13600K. But we need to find this at 1440p. 1440p. My gut feeling is that your 11600K, unless for whatever reason you notice stuttering or low frame rates that aren't to your liking, I'm thinking you should be fine keeping it for longer than maybe until the next gen. But let me see, 11400. Come on. Did this person just steal? This person just stole Testing Games' results right here. We just saw this video from Testing Games. This channel with 61 subscribers is just straight up stealing their content. Oh, come on. 11600, 12400, okay. So, I don't trust all these results. Some of these are definitely fake benchmarks. All these guys right here, this, fake benchmark. All this right here, this is fake benchmark. I don't trust this. Anyone could put this together with fake-ass numbers. How about this one? Nope, just some fake charts again. Jeez. Okay, let me go back, see if we can find any clues from this. Because you have to understand, they're using a graphics card that's multiple like steps up higher than yours, and they're playing at 720p, which is like the worst case scenario for the CPU. I'm thinking when you go to 1440p, these numbers smooth out a little bit more and get closer together. Yeah, from 76 to 105. Wait, Adam, I'm getting 90 FPS fully maxed out on Cyberpunk with path tracing with DLSS quality and frame generation, etc. running great. Playing 2K. I only get stutter if CPU is 100%, I guess. What situations put your CPU at 100%? Yeah, the 1.1% lows, like, if you, like, okay, Cyberpunk, let's see if we can go to Cyberpunk. 64, like, these averages and the 1 and 0.1% lows, I do not consider these stuttering, even though they're, like, you know, noticeably less than 80. To me, stutter is like when your 1% lows drops to, like, single digit. Like, you notice it more. This, to me, is smooth gameplay right here. Even if your CPU reaches 100%, I don't think you necessarily will, quote-unquote, stutter either. You'll just have, you'll basically just reach the limit of, you know, how many frames you could really push. But just because your CPU is running at 100% doesn't mean you'll start all of a sudden stuttering or, like, getting really bad frame times or drop frames and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know if I would jump onto LGA 1700 if you already have a working system. I would, like, if someone's building a PC right now, I would still recommend, you know, like 12th gen Intel parts because they're priced so well. But if you already have 11th gen and you're just looking to upgrade, I don't know if I would upgrade to just one socket over to LGA 1700. I would see if I could hold off a little bit longer. You gotta ask yourself, are you getting, like, a bad gaming experience? If not, then keep it. Don't do needless upgrades, is my opinion. I think if you rephrase the question, is my gaming experience bad enough and do I have enough money to spend where I want to drop like $400 to get a little bit better frame rates? That's what it boils down to. What could you spend the money on instead, or could you save it and get a bigger incremental jump in the next generation? How bad is the experience for you right now? Yeah. Yeah, not at all, to be honest. Been a great experience. Then don't upgrade. There will always be better parts available. There will always be newer parts coming out that will be better than what you currently have. Don't get caught in the excitement of new release stuff and feel like you're like, you know, have FOMO on stuff, because even when you buy the newest, latest, and greatest stuff, like people who spent so much money on the 3090s, not even what, like, I guess now it's been like almost coming up on, what, 3 years, who dropped like $2,000 on it, even more during the pandemic, and now they're upgrading past those cards. I don't know. To me, if I did that, it would be irresponsible spending based on my situation. But there are people with more money to spend than they know what to do with. So if that's the case, feel free to upgrade anytime you want. I still got my 1080 Ti lol. I won't upgrade for a minute. I actually want to do a video around the 1080 Ti. What's the cheapest 1080 Ti I can find? The 1080 Ti, I've never used. I've used the 1080. Like, I've helped like build systems, and I was able to test 1080s before. But a 1080 Ti would be a fun card to pick up if I can get it for cheap enough. It would have to make sense though. Like, I don't want to just pick up a 1080 Ti and then it costs more than, you know, like a 6600 XT or something that would perform better than it. Ooh, let's see. 1080 Ti is the GOAT. We will keep talking about this card 10 years from now. I believe it. All right, what do we got here? We got people selling gaming PCs with 1080 Ti's in it. Ooh, 7th gen i5. Ugh. This is very close to me, though. This is a $400 or $540. I'm just trying to get... Oh, so we're looking in the hundreds. Parts only. Working pool. I do not want a reference card, though. Like, please, if I found one. No reference card. Buy it now. Unused. No graphics card. Heatsink. People are trying to sell the heatsink for 90 bucks. Parts only. Dang. Yeah, okay. So, parts only. Pre-owned PNY. Working board with E. I don't want a water-blocked one. Ooh. A Founders Edition card. Wait, this is a non-TI. Isn't this a non-TI? In the picture anyways? Are they sure they got this right? Because there are definitely 1080 Ti reference cards. This one has all the pictures of a non-TI. Huh. Did I say no reference card? Sorry. I'm okay with reference card if it's this one. I don't want a blower style card. I like this one. I don't like those other ones that we saw. I don't like, oh, I guess they were the broken ones. I don't like anything that's a blower style non-reference though. If I'm going to get a inferior cooling and acoustically sounding card that's gonna be loud like this, it's gonna be a reference design, Founders Edition, not this thing, because this is ugly. And it's loud. And it'll probably run hot. Yeah, I'm okay with reference Founders Edition blower cards. I don't want anything that's like this though. 160 bucks, fan defect. Dude, there's one fan on it. Usually if there's a fan defect, it's fine because there's like 2 or 3 fans. When you got one fan, oh man. Okay, so the prices on eBay kind of suck. Facebook Marketplace. We're gonna look for. There's gotta be something with it. Just open your case and put a box fan up against it. It's fine. Now, see, the issue is that the shroud is a closed design too. So even if you added fans around the graphics card, it's all closed off. Like the only openings are the rear, where the exhaust air is, and then where that circular fan is. 1080s are going for 90 bucks, but 1080 Ti's are noticeably more expensive. Jeez. Here's one in Salem, Oregon. This is an EVGA one, but I'm not trying to go to Oregon and pick it up. Can I buy it? Nope. Dang. Local only. Can't buy it here. Marysville GPU lot, huh? $1080, see, non-TIs for $125. This one's $150. $150 firm too. No talking that down, dang. Passive cooling is all it needs. I don't know about that. Yeah, wow. This one's in Portland too. 2 weeks ago. Yo, where's all the Washington listed ones? Does Jawa? Let's check out Jawa. Which, by the way, guys, Jawa's got their Ultimate Tech Tuber gift guide. If you guys want to check it out, actually. I'm actually doing a Jawa ad pretty here soon. But I believe Zach emailed me about this, but I don't know if Zach put this together or if they have someone else doing who did this page. But yeah, basically, Jawa's gonna have some Black Friday sales and deals. Oh, this was done by Thomas Valhalla. He was actually at LTX. I got to meet Thomas. All right, Jawa. How are you gonna treat us with the GTX 1080 Ti's? Come on. 175 for the Founders Edition used one by by Mikey Boy, who does not have a custom profile picture. But if I wanted to, I could buy a system as well with the 1080 Ti in it. How's the sale if it's going to be an open marketplace? It's more of Jawa footing the bill for either discount codes or because they do have companies that work with them, right? That could have like Gamdias and those types of companies that sell on their official vendor sites or through their official vendor page and stuff. $190 for a 2060 sounds fine, yeah? No, that is not fine. We found 3060s on eBay for $190. That is not fine at all. Way too expensive. Dang, so no... Where else can I look? What is hardware swap? Actually, we can go to the hardware swap subreddit. Wherever the heck that thing is. Hardware swap. Alright. Marketplace? No, that's not it. How do I buy? Marketplace. Buying. Wait, what's the difference buying and selling? Have PayPal. Yeah, this person reversed it. They posted it wrong. So for people selling, search, okay, 1080 Ti. I usually don't use hardware swap Discord, but it just seems like the quicker way to, okay, here we go. Ooh, okay, 1080 Ti Founders Edition. Gone for $145, local. Dang. Here's another one. 1080 Ti, Founders Edition. 165 shipped. Yeah, these are just noticeably more expensive than the 1080s. Oh, I'm just looking around. I'm looking for a 1080 Ti. They're 1080 Ti, preferably around like the 120, 130 price point. I don't know if I'm going to find it though. I still sort of look at the used market even though I'm pretty sure I'm going to wait longer to upgrade. I don't play anything too demanding and I'm getting 75 FPS on almost all high with my GPU now. What do you have again, Mr. Guillotine? Yeah, I don't know. I just enjoy looking and like following price trends and stuff in the used and somewhat the news market. But it's not like I'm constantly going out and buying stuff. Yeah, sometimes I'll buy stuff like, you know, to make videos and all that. But I'm not like constantly buying things just because I personally don't need it for my own build. And then I can only make so much, you know, build content and stuff. So you're loving the 7800 XT that you recently got? Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's a very powerful card. Glad you're enjoying it. Mino42, what are you listing it for? Are you listing it on eBay? What are you selling it for? Because if so, whatever you're listing on eBay, we could probably work it out, direct PayPal payment, and then you save on fees. Wow, that AV1 stream, Tyron or Tyrone? Tyron, can you even tell the difference? I don't know. I don't know if there's really that much of a difference in quality in the AV1. Where would you send a 69? I would send it back to the original. I'm guessing you mean a 6900 XT. You should be able to hit up, even if it's out of warranty. I would think there's a repair service division for most graphics card manufacturers. Now, they're not going to repair it for free if you're beyond warranty. You're probably going to have to pay in the ballpark of, I don't know, maybe in the $100 plus or minus dollars. So, Jonathan Tober with the gifted, who got the gifted membership? It's taking a while to show up on my chat. There you go. Danny Carbajal got the gifted membership. Thank you, Jonathan, for supporting the channel as well as getting someone the membership. I appreciate it. I'm not listing it as of yet, but if you want it, it's yours. MSI Duke Triple Fan. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so pretty low-key looking card. How much would you want for this? How much are they going for on eBay? Nope, definitely not that price. You bought a dud off of eBay? Did you buy it knowingly, like a 4 parts dud? Or did you buy a listing that was supposed to be working and you got a broken graphics card? Because if that's the case, just get your money back. I don't think it's worth the hassle and like potentially wasted time and money sending a card to get repaired, paying however much, and then it potentially not working. You paid 180. You do 120. Oh man, that's actually a really good price. Here, okay. Let me. You're giving such a good deal right now, but I would almost rather pay like 140 to get the Founders Edition card. You know what I'm saying? Because if I buy this card, I'm keeping it forever. So if I could get that reference Founders Edition, like the Shroud, I would prefer that and pay more. But you're giving such a good price, so let me sit on it for a while. Because honestly, I think you could move that card easily for more if you wanted. But thanks for the very generous offer to help out. Yeah, the Founders Edition cards, to me, they always hold a special place in my heart. Like, I just love the look of them. Even though they're not like the best performing or the quietest, I just love them. My first ever desktop graphics card that I bought myself, I've shown it on the channel before, but EVGA GTX. It wasn't, I don't even remember back then, it was this specific card, this GTX 280. Now, I'm trying to think, for anybody who was into computers back during this time, which was like the 2010s-ish, was there a reference model for this card? Like, was there an NVIDIA reference model? I don't remember. And back then, I didn't even know the difference between all the cards and stuff. But I don't know if... oh, I guess it would be this. So... GTX 280, yeah. So, back then, it was the same design with just different like stickers and stuff slapped on it. So I had this version though with this orange, with the orange shroud, or the orange design on the shroud. But it looks, I mean, assuming these are this looks like the official NVIDIA version. So it is like the exact same like design. All right. Actually, let me make a note of that, Mino. Let's see, GTX 1080 Ti, MSI Duke. Which I appreciate that, by the way. What's up, Citrus? How you doing? We saw Gnomed in the last few weeks, but Citrus, it's been a little bit of a while. Not like a ton of time, maybe like a month or something, but how you doing? You got a 3070 for 150 bucks. That is dirt cheap. Just because it needed cleaning. I'm sure it's the best deal of the week. Yeah, that's crazy. So, it works, right? You're just saying it came from a smoker, so it needed heavy cleaning, but it does work. That's a fun project, it sounds like, even though smoking is kind of disgusting. But trying to clean it and get rid of any traces of it being from a smoking household, and just to get that performance for 150 bucks, that is a crazy good price. It works, it's in my PC right now. It's an OEM card. Oh, wait. So it's a Founders Edition, which is kind of even a bigger pain to clean, I would think. Because the Founders Edition, it has like these little tiny grill marks. Like, not grill marks, but it has like the little tiny fins all over. But I guess that's just the exterior. Opening these are a little bit more of a pain in the butt than the traditional 4 screws on the back of AIB cards too. But yeah, I can only imagine trying to get into some of the fins. I would want to dip that into like a, where are those? Techie City Brian does it, where he puts in the little tank that like does the little micro vibrations in the solution. Actually, he just does soapy water, but. Oh wait, you said OEM, sorry. I was thinking OEM like Founders Edition, but you might mean, you're talking about like a Dell OEM card or something like that, probably, right? Yeah, I was thinking OEM. I thought you meant like from like an NVIDIA card, but okay, yeah. I've been good. As you can see, or as you can probably not see, notice the difference. We are on the Intel ARC A770 now. People are saying the quality seems about the same, except for when we transition scenes, it looks a little bit smoother, less pixelation. But yeah, everything's good. The system is working out great so far. Weird Premiere Pro bug on the latest video uploaded. Not the fault of the Intel card at all. But yeah, I'm thinking by this point, Intel has had so many driver updates. I'm thinking this experience being on the Intel A770 is going to be very similar to AMD, where you got a bunch of people talking about how like the drivers are bad and crashing and weird bugs and glitches. But I think it's probably at the point now where I'm not going to really run into much of that. I'm just using this graphics card is just going to be, it's going to be I have a working computer type of scenario, right? Like for the most part, aside from the handful of people who do run into bugs and issues, whether it be AMD, Intel, even NVIDIA, there are people who complain about driver issues. I feel like I'm going to get the pretty standard. I used the PC for a year. I'm going to try to use this. There's no reason I shouldn't use this, the ARC A770 for a year. I did a year and a half on the AMD card with no issues. But yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty standard. It works for all my needs. No major issues for editing, streaming, or gaming. Does the artifact from your last video come from the ARC drivers? No, it doesn't. I was able to copy and paste the entire project into a new project. I re-rendered it with hardware accelerated encoding, and there's 0 issues. I wish I would have found that solution a day before so that I don't have a tainted video on my channel. But yeah, it's not the ARC card. I am 99.9% confident it is more of a Premiere problem than the ARC card. Pinky Tech is also using an ARC A750 in his system, and he says, I haven't had issues. I don't play a lot of games, so I don't get a lot of those, but OBS, DaVinci, Apex, Fortnite, etc. have all been great on it. Yeah. A lot of people don't do clean driver installs via DDU. Been building and repairing for over 20 years. Yeah. So I did the whole DDU. I put the Intel card in. Then the funny thing is, normally when you if you have an internet connection, as soon as you boot up your computer with like a new NVIDIA or NVIDIA or AMD graphics card, your computer will automatically detect it and install some version of some old driver automatically without you even asking for it. It didn't do that with the Intel card though. I installed the Intel card and I was like, okay, before I go and download the drivers and stuff, I'll just like sit here for like 30 seconds and wait for the resolution to refresh and for the, you know, some version of a driver to be installed. But that never happened. It just sat at the low resolution the entire time. So that was one interesting difference that I saw with the Intel ARC card versus if you were to go the NVIDIA or the AMD route, which means that from a user-friendly perspective, like if you are a complete brand new person to computers and you don't know anything about going to update drivers, the NVIDIA and the AMD cards, they will at least get you onto some working versions of drivers. But for the Intel ARC card, you're going to be sitting there at a low resolution with Microsoft Basic, you know, visual adapter until you manually install the drivers. Mino42 says, I regret 100% selling my A770. I had a guy that wanted one in a build, so I sold it now, and they stopped making the 16GB version. You might be able to still find them. Let's take a look. And we are 2 hours in the stream, so I gotta end soon. I think Melissa's taking a nap, so I might be able to go on a little bit longer. Intel ARC A770 LE. 380? Oof. You can get the A750 still pretty readily available. Actually, I don't remember. Did they say if they stopped making the A750 LE version, or did they only stop making the A770 LE? I don't recall. Okay, I must say though, if I were to have any other version of an A770, it would be this one, man. Dude, the Bifrost, such a cool looking card. Holy crap. Especially for being like a kind of blower style-esque looking card. Oh, it's just an A770? Okay. Man, this is such a cool looking card. What's Newegg looking like? Newegg might have something. The Acer card looks the coolest in my opinion. Like, if I had a choice between this version or the LE, if I could only pick one, I would probably pick this one just because it looks that cool. Honestly, the limited edition cards. Oh, yeah, this is out of stock. Dang, that sucks. But these ones are very plain looking. Not much uniqueness to them at all. And those fan blades definitely do not look that cool while in the system. Citrus posted something in the stream submission. If I want to check it out, for sure, we can check it out. Let me look at eBay again one more time for this, and then we'll take a look at the stream submission before we head out for the night. ARC A770. What are we looking at now? So if we wanted a limited edition. Wait, is this the Bifrost version? What the heck? Why they're calling this the Bifrost? But that looks way different than what we were just seeing. Yeah, this is a totally different. Oh wait, is this the same card? Why does this one look so different? This looks like it's a non-illuminated fan version, but this might just be the renders for the image. Yeah, what the? This one has black fan blades, and this one looks like it has translucent. Interesting. Yeah, and it is interesting to see Acer as a board partner. Okay, so eBay. Yeah, if you wanted a limited edition one, looks like people are holding on to those because, or you're paying $400 for it. Oosh. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Man, Mino, I don't know. The person who wanted it, you couldn't just buy a different one from Amazon or Newegg and keep the limited edition one? It looks like it's going to be hard to get your hands on one moving forward. I can't believe it. The card came out, what? Like a year ago, and it's already... Well, they stopped making one version of it, and the price has already gone up that much. Jeez. Okay, let's take a look at stream submissions. All right, we get a face review from Citrus now. Citrus, one of the super donors. You got to meet Jeremiah from Donut Media last weekend while on a mountain drive. You're on the right. So there's Citrus and then, wait, Donut Media. I think those are the guys that I've seen random car videos from. And they usually do like the, oh wait, are these the guys? Who's the other car channel? Okay, where they do like cheap turbo versus expensive turbo. I've seen Donut Media stuff, but there's the other one that's, let's see, cheap versus expensive turbo. Oh, is that also, that's Donut too? Okay, yeah, I think that is them. Yeah, I guess I was used to watching the stuff from the host on the left here. I don't know what his name is. I'm not a huge fan or a follower of it, but that's pretty cool. Nice. And they took a picture in front of your car? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, let's turn it down before I make you guys deaf. Oh, that's his car? Wait. What is the car in your profile picture? It looks like the same car. Do you have somebody else's car in your profile picture? I assumed because of your profile pic that this was yours also. Okay, so not your car. But it looks like they let you sit in it? Yes. Good point. Let me make a new invite link right now. Invite people. Yeah, let me update the Discord invite link. I usually do it every week, and I forgot to this week when we started stream. Nice. Where's your car though? You should ask him to take a picture in front of your car as well. That would have been pretty cool. Make it so links don't expire after 7 days. I don't know. So originally I did the links to expire after 7 days so that we had earlier on in the Discord channel, we had kind of like an attack where people were spamming and they were posting links to like malware, or they're posting like malicious links and things like that. So I didn't want any links to be sitting out there for like a long period of time, so that people, if they were to submit the Discord channel for whatever reason to any like malicious communities to try to either raid or do something bad, I didn't want there to be long-lasting links. But I don't know if that's a problem anymore. Also, by having the links end having it end after 7 days, it makes it so that people kind of have to come to the stream to get the newest link. So at least they have to come and hang out for a little bit. But let's run a poll, because, you know, we can vote on things. Links, The links are not the problem, you just need better mods, bro. I mean, it's not even a problem that, it's not too big of a problem anymore, because, I mean, the server has like pretty slow traffic in general. The mods are fine. The first problem that happened was because I was a Discord noob, and I did not give the mods enough power, but still. Yeah, Discord, I mean, they have, I think, what did I even set the server to? I don't know if I set to, like, you have to have your phone number. Let me see. I might have it set to that, which solves a lot of the problems, right? Because once you have to tie your identity or phone number to it, it reduces the amount of crap. So, let me see. Privacy, filter, authorize. Where is... Oh, server settings, not my account settings. Server settings, here we go. Safety setup. Okay, what do I have it set up to? Wow. There's a non-zero list of banned people. I don't even see where in the settings it lets you auto mod permissions, okay. Overview. Under security. Yeah, am I blind? Let's take a look. I mean, I can share my screen. I'm not, am I blind? I could have sworn there used to be a security. So here's a server overview, Nano budget. I don't think there's anything bad that can be shown here, but I'm not seeing security at all here. Server boost, server insights overview, band. Safety setup is what I would have thought it would have been under. No, it's not under safety. RAID protection, DM and spam protection. Yeah, so there's no, oh, let me go back to that. Server settings. Yeah, it's not under safety unless it's remove risky, remove require two-factor authentication. Nope, that's not it. Auto mod, profile name, block spam. Yeah, where's the thing that said like you have to have your phone number, verification level? Oh, here it is. There it is. DM and spam protection, verification. So I have it at the highest, must have verified phone on the Discord account. So I mean, I think that for the most part, takes care of anything malicious that could happen, but yeah. More people are voting for forever links. I think we have a slow enough trickle in of people where it probably should be fine. We could try it out, and then if anything, I could kill all links if anything bad does happen. But yeah, the votes seem to be voting for forever links, which means I can't go back and update every single stream. So just moving forward, all the links will be forever links. But hi Danny and hi everyone. What's up, Kenny D? How's this A770 been? It's been good. I don't know. I think I go into situations like this, whether it be, like switching graphics card brands and stuff, very optimistically. Even though in the video I said I would not recommend people going out and buying ARC A770s, just because I don't think the value play is there for most people, with my audience primarily being gamers, maybe some streamers, but I don't think the value is there compared to AMD and NVIDIA. But just from, if you take price out of the equation, using the card itself, it works. Intel's been around for a while. They kind of know what they're doing. And any issues that did arise, the card's been out for a year. They've had a whole year of, by this point, it must be like closing in on 40 noticeable driver updates since then. So I don't expect to have any super crazy problems in this next year of using Intel ARC A770. I'm very curious though, when is Battle Mage coming out? Can they give us an estimated date for that? Any OfferUp/Facebook pickup videos coming soon? I don't have any filmed at the moment. Right now, the weather in Washington is kind of like, it's cold and wet and dark. It gets dark very early, which is not the best like situation for recording, you know, GoPro first person pickup videos. It's not like I'm not going to, but I am less encouraged to, I guess, based on that. Because, you know, if we're sitting out on the back of my car, I don't want it to be raining and cold on us while I'm testing out parts with my test bench. So, yeah, we'll see. Also, like I mentioned earlier on the stream, I don't just buy stuff just to buy it. I buy it if I have a use for it. So, I haven't really needed anything in the local market recently, but we'll see. Also, sometimes local pickup deals just aren't interesting, so they don't become videos. I have gone out, recorded a video of me picking up parts, and I'm just like, this isn't cool enough to be in a video, so it just gets scrapped. Some bigger integrators like Dell, yes, there are. I saw some of those pre-builts that do have Intel cards in them, which is, I think, a pretty big milestone. Those are my favorite types of videos. Yeah, I honestly like doing them too. It's just they take a little bit more effort because they require actually going out and picking up stuff and hoping that the person is interesting enough to carry a conversation, as opposed to someone who's just there to look to sell and then just like peace out ASAP, right? The best types of videos of those are other computer enthusiasts who enjoy talking about it. What time is it? Oof. Okay, I have been doing long streams lately. Spiral TD. Man, Intel really has no clue. Man, this is the most half-empty comment I've ever read. They're just watching the other tubes picking up tips and tricks. Back in the 90s, Intel sucked. OpenGL was useless on NVIDIA due to bug where you had to take the file type of exe and change to caps. Like you had to change the casing of it. Okay, so referring to stuff back in the 90s, I feel like that's like that guy that I showed in the video who talked about AMD driver issues back in Windows Vista and XP days. But I mean, to say that they have no clue, so are you saying ARC is a total failure? Having no clue versus they're still a long ways. Like, I feel like saying they have no clue is a pretty extreme statement. Message limits. Yeah, there's message limits for sure. There's character limits, and then there's a 20-second, I think, between the messages. Dude, Windows Vista. Okay. We're going to end that poll. Last poll for the night. Did you ever use Windows Vista? So, my first laptop for college, it came with Windows Vista installed on it. I reformatted to Windows XP like the first day I got that laptop. I was not one of the people who wanted to give Windows Vista a shot. We had a family computer that had Windows ME, but that was when I was like, what, probably like 10-ish, 11-ish. And I don't think I had any idea of what a good or bad operating system would have felt like, or like what the user experience was. For my internet browsing and playing like StarCraft or Warcraft RTSs, the Windows ME computer that we had for a brief period of time, like I wouldn't have known the difference. The Mistake Edition, yeah. Intel, yeah, so I think this is a much more reasonable way to put it. They do have, I think they have quite a bit of catching up to do. But I think, would you say the same thing about AMD? Do you feel like AMD, just given, the adoption rate of AMD cards versus NVIDIA, would you say AMD has a lot of catching up to do to catch up to NVIDIA? So when we talk about Intel catching up, there's two levels that it could achieve, right? It could catch up to AMD, which was probably an easier task than catching up to NVIDIA. Vista was an evil system. 7 was the best. 7, man. When did I start using 7? I felt like 7 was really, really good. And didn't they say 7 was supposed to be the last one when it first was released? Am I remembering that right? Or is that what they said about 10? I forget. But I thought 7, they said they were supposed to be like, it was supposed to be the last one, and you're supposed to be able to get all updates until the end of time. And then now, I mean, I enjoy 10 really like a lot right now. I have not boarded the train for Windows 11 yet. I'm perfectly happy with 10. All the new systems I build for people, my own system, I'll use Windows 10. That was 10? 10 was supposed to be the switch from software. Okay. '7 and XP and 2000 were I think for our house, we went from the progression was Windows 95, Windows 98, and then to ME for a very brief period of time. It was a Costco computer, and we ended up returning it. And then we got a different one that had Vista, not Vista, that had XP on it. And then I used XP for a really long time, up until 7. 11 is right, but still a little too buggy. Yeah, I actually ran into an 11 bug and compatibility issues. So my capture card for the system back there that I'm testing, I usually test on a system with Windows 10. It's the EVJ capture card, 0 problems. I plugged into a laptop that I have that has Windows 11 on it, and for whatever reason, it could be an OBS and OBS interaction or a capture card interaction, but it can't capture the gameplay. So I spent like 2 hours trying to troubleshoot it, and I said, screw it, I'm going to go back to Windows 10, and it worked just fine. So yeah, Windows 7, I'm not too big of a fan on, and I don't know if I'm going to be adopting it anytime soon. It's like Star Trek movies. Every other OS were the better ones. Or it's like Intel, except for, I guess, recently. But it's like Intel platforms. Every other one is the one worth considering as a non-incremental TikTok upgrade. How do I feel about Windows 12 becoming a subscription? I have not been following Windows 12 news. Is that the case? I don't even care about Windows 11, so I definitely have not been even keeping up to date or have heard. I've actually not been using Twitter lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's because my feed on Twitter has been filled with crap ever since Elon kind of took over. So much political crap, even though I don't follow any of that. But Windows 12 subscription, is that what's happening? Is that what the news on the street is? Bro, which camera are you currently using for streaming? I'm using I can show you it, kind of. It's not a webcam, so there's a streaming setup. I'm not using this, I'm using a wireless mic. But it is a Sony A5000, I believe. It is a, it's like a point and shoot, and I guess you could use it for video, but it's rigged up, and Coalition Gaming Chris actually helped me with this. He actually sold me this camera, but this is what I'm using for it. I bought it from him for like 120 bucks, I think, which for the quality it gives is like way better than any webcam of the same price, like because it's an actual camera. So yeah, that's what I'm using. Hey, leaving Twitter can only be a good thing. I kind of miss it though, because like it was really easy to get tidbits of information that I could look further into if I wanted. But yeah, I've just not been using Twitter. I was heavily a Twitter user for so many years, and then all of a sudden I just like, I don't even open the app that much anymore. I think it's because I've distracted myself with other things. I heard about 12 being a subservice, micro Gala feedback, rethink the idea. Okay, let me see. Let's take a look. This is the last thing. I was supposed to go after the last Discord streamer submission, but you know what? This is actually pretty interesting. PC Magazine reported on it on October 6th. Windows Central, no, of course Windows 12 won't require a subscription. Microsoft leaning towards pay subscription model for Windows 12. Bad Arco, it's already been reported that this is a new edition Windows 11 Enterprise subscription. That's a major difference. Okay, so is this fake news or like misinterpreted headline versus actual news? Rumors next version will require subscriptions greatly exaggerated. So it doesn't seem like this is really an issue. This is like for like, you wouldn't even be using this as a consumer, right? But either way, just the thought of it, let's just say, even though that doesn't seem to be the case right now, if there was any paid subscription version of Windows, man, I think a lot of people would be either pirating Windows or jumping ship because, yeah, I don't know. Are we entitled? Are we entitled to thinking that we should be able to get very cheap or free Windows? Is my data not enough for Microsoft? Is all the stuff that they're secretly getting from me from just me using the OS, is that enough? Is that not enough to pay for a subscription for Windows? Wait, you guys didn't pirate Windows? All right, we're gonna do a vote here. I don't know if we voted on this before. Last poll before I end the stream. Stream's actually been going pretty well tonight. We've been having pretty good concurrent viewers, and we've been moving from topic to topic pretty smoothly. But next poll, before we end the stream. What is your Windows? What is your Windows? Sure. It's going to be activated retail key, activated gray market key, pirated, and unactivated. I think those are all the choices. Assuming you're using Windows. If you're like Linux or something, then answer for your Windows PC. It looks like we got gray market, pirate. Retail key is the lowest. I have a retail key. But I did not pay $100 for it. Okay, I paid like $20-something for it. And that was just so that it would remove the hassle of, because with the gray market keys, if you switch motherboards, the key could go bad. But with the retail key, did the stream just pause there, or is that just on my end? But with the retail key, you have unlimited like activations no matter what hardware you put in it. You use the one GitHub the mask MA, yeah. Not sure what that counts as. That counts as pirating. The Microsoft activation script, I think that technically counts as pirating. But you're using Microsoft's tools for it. You're using like built-in Microsoft tools, I guess. You're just tricking Windows into thinking it's activated. So, but I think that would technically fall under pirating. Hey, Shauner, what's up? I am still live. I'm literally about to go off stream though. But what's up? How you doing? Yeah, so it sounds like a lot of people use the activation script, which is, I would put it under pirating unless somebody else knows more about it. Then, yeah. You had to work the last couple of weekends. Busy. Real key and change KMS server. Microsoft probably cares more about making about you making a Microsoft account. Yeah. Pirated and activated. No key bot. Started as a Windows 7 build and upgraded 10 and 11, and those were free. Yeah. So that's interesting. If you get like a Windows 7 OEM key, I don't know if it's still the case, but I knew it was the case for a long time, where if you had a Windows 7 like activated system, you could get a free upgrade to 10 and it will stay activated. And I guess if you go from activated 10 to the free upgrade to 11, it also stays activated. So that's one way of getting it. Yeah, not Wednesdays. Gotcha. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I was wondering where you were, Shauner. We were missing Shauner in the chat. Well, hopefully you've been making a lot of money with all the working. My second PC has unactivated. Just remove watermark. Many YouTubers endorse CD keys, and are you not one of the YouTubers that endorse it? All right, so we talked about this before. I even did a poll. I have yet to do a CD key sponsorship, even though they offer a lot of money. There's a reason why a lot of YouTubers take the CD keys sponsorship, because they're really easy to get and they pay a lot of money. I still haven't taken one yet because I'm still on the fence. I should take it because it is really easy money. Like, we're talking like easily $1,000 a video is what they offer to pay me. So imagine what they pay bigger YouTubers. But I just still haven't got myself to do it yet. I know plenty of people who bought gray market keys. I've bought gray market keys before. So I have nothing against it, but it just, yeah. Doing a sponsorship and getting paid for it, for some reason, it just hits different. I need to do the sponsorship, I know. It's just money on the table. I just had the video I just did, like, I have so many videos where I don't put sponsors on, where I could easily fill with CD key sponsorships, and that's just like boom, 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 money. What is a CD key? Like a UB key? No, it's like a Windows activation key. Like if we go to Windows activation key, like boom, when you go to activate Windows and you got these keys, they sell you these so that you can activate your Windows and get rid of the watermark and unlock all the features on gray market websites like SCD Key. Wow, they're getting a free plug. SCD Key is one of the popular ones. You can buy Windows keys for, apparently, has the price gone up? I think you always have to use like a creator code to get it down to like 15 bucks. But yeah, you spend like, because a normal key is like 100 bucks. So you save quite a bit. I only recommend using mass if it's for personal use, or if you're building computers, I say stick to gray markets. Yeah. Yeah, SCD Key, you just got a free plug. And I'm not even sponsored by you guys, even though you're in my DMs. Those are volume keys? Yeah. So when you go to, let's see, gray market volume key, if you check the keys, dang, I can't find a picture of it, but they're not the same as a retail key. A lot of times they are tied to the single use to the hardware that you're using. So if you upgrade, the key goes bad. It won't stay activated if you switch motherboards. But I mean, most people don't. And if they do, they can spend another 15 bucks. It's still cheaper than official Windows. So yeah. I use those keys for all the builds I do. A lot of people use those keys because no one in their right mind is going to, if they're building systems, spend $100+ for an official Microsoft key every single time. Like, nobody's doing that. Yeah, they're definitely volume keys. Not meant for like the retail consumer market, but people get a hold of them for cheap and use them anyways. The brave PC gamers going with ARC are heroes. I don't know about that. I think lately, especially from the comments of my latest video, there has been more positive comments about ARC than negative. So I don't know if the ones that are negative user experiences for the ARC cards are blown out of proportion or what. But so far, I haven't run into any game-breaking issues. And a lot of people that have left comments on my latest video saying that they've been using it for the last, half year to even some people for a year. Not that many problems. ARC is like fine wine, and they are moving fast, catching up. That's what I've been hearing too. I've been hearing that term fine wine thrown around. That's what they used initially on AMD with their like the RX 480s and 580s, how they over time matured and kind of outpaced the GTX 1060s. But I've been hearing people throw that term around, which means potentially the ARC cards can surpass their counterparts on AMD and NVIDIA given enough time. Maybe. The ARC A770 is kind of interesting because it has 16 gigabytes of VRAM. So how much of that will be, make a difference in the long term? We'll have to see. You've bought 30 in the last 2 years from VIP SSD keys. Yeah, I think that is SSD keys. I don't know why they have a website that says VIP SSD keys too. It's yeah. You're probably just going to buy a Battle Mage as a card for your second system just to test the second gen out. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they even have a roadmap for it yet. So the last time we already talked about this, the last roadmap leak was back in January, it looks like, or maybe it was in August that we looked at it. But they thought Alchemist Plus was coming, unless you consider the A580 Alchemist Plus. I don't know if this even happened yet. So yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a refresh before they get to Gen 2, but we'll see. I'll just keep using this for the time being. You doubt Battle Mage is coming in 2024? I think that feels a little too soon too. Because remember, these released late 2022. So we're only at like the one-ish year mark right now, right? So yeah. When was this? A770 release date. Yeah, October. So we barely passed the year mark for it. So for it to come out only a year and a half later, and this was like their kind of first entry into the consumer GPU space again, I feel like that's way too fast for them to release a full Gen 2 product. Maybe Gen 1.5, like the Plus iteration, but I don't know. Battle Mage coming out next year seems unlikely. Look how far in 1 year. It has been quick, indeed. But, all right. I think that's going to be it for the stream, though. We have been going for almost 3 hours. You guys make talking and hanging out here so easy. So I thank you for that. What do we got coming up? Okay, news about next week. Hey, what's up, Death Tech? How you doing? Welcome to the stream that I'm about to end right now. But next week's stream, I will be at John the Net Guy's house. Let me give the plug just so that you guys know. Let me see. John the Net Guy. So if you go to John's channel, nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. That's Twitter. Okay, John. Actually, I can just do it. The Net Guy. If you guys go and subscribe to him. Yeah, so ARC did not crap out on me. It's a good thing. Also, DeathTech, have you received any ARC cards in the GPU trade-up program in Java, or trade-in program rather, or selling program? You're not even trading anything, you're just selling, or they're selling it to you. But yeah, I'm gonna be on John's stream next week. I will be dual streaming, so I will be there will be something hosted on the channel here. But if you want the full experience, go over and subscribe to John the Net Guy, and he will be running the stream primarily there. And we're going to be building a PC kind of for like a charity thing. We're going to be building a 7700 XT Ryzen, I forgot what processor. It's going to be an AM4 though. But yeah, it's going to be a PC build. So we're going to be doing that, hanging out, and maybe having some other guests on the channel. So definitely go and subscribe just so you can get the notifications when we do stream next week. Don't forget to tug on his beard. Okay, I don't know about that. I can ask him if I could tug on the beard, but I'm not just going to do it. I think that is not a good manner thing to do. That's bad manner. And then Black Friday stream. So stream with John's going to be on Wednesday, which is like Thanksgiving Eve. Then we have Thanksgiving, and then on Black Friday, I think I'll stream on Black Friday. We just hang out, look for deals and stuff, and it'll be a good time. So yeah. Please, not with the TVs on Black Friday. I think my parents could use a new TV, so we might be looking for a smart TV. Are we gonna have some cable extensions? That's a good question, Shauner. I actually have not talked to John about it. So we got some sponsors hooking it up. Like the 7700 XT is actually Sapphire sponsored it. But I'm coming in with the RAM and SSD. He's coming in with the motherboard and CPU. Cooler, power supply, and case is provided by Gamdiaz. So it's in terms of cable cable extensions, I didn't even think about that. I think the power supply should have black cables, but cable extensions would make it look a lot nicer, wouldn't it? And vinyl wrap? Okay, we're going a little too far there. I forget what case we're using, but I don't know if the power supply basement is being shown, so. We might do etching. I think John had mentioned something about etching, because he has etched his glass on the PCs before, so yeah. You should do a PC with ancient parts, like as old as you can get. But then you can't run anything on it. Like, you can't run, when you go so old, you're looking into like older versions of Windows, and it doesn't even support some of like the newer programs if you want to try to do any type of modern gaming on it, unfortunately. So then you're going to be stuck to trying to find old versions of pirated PC games to throw on it to play. It would be cool. That would be an idea. Yeah, Oregon Trail on a floppy, which John does have a really old school computer with Oregon Trail on it that he was showing me, with like the green CRTs and everything. But all right, that's gonna be it for this stream. So that's what's coming up next week. We got the build stream, live build stream with John the Net Guy on his channel, and then we got Black Friday stream. I would imagine there would be other tech tubers doing Black Friday streams as well. So just attend the one that you want, I guess. But hope everyone has a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of the week coming up, and then have a good weekend. I do have a new video coming out this weekend. I'm still testing it, but I'm gonna wrap it up soon here, and then yeah, there'll be a new video. So hope you guys have a great rest of the night. Take care, and I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.